Okay, we are live and we are back, and I want to welcome everybody to the canvassing board meeting for the November 5th, 2024 general election. Just to make some quick introductions, to my left, we have Commissioner Kevin Schutte. To my right, we have Chief Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Tim Whitehead, and I'm your auditor, Steve Dunkel. As far as our elections team, we've got Marie Stevenson, Elections Administrator, her assistant, Susan Blankenship, and off in the corner, we have Mike Lebonsky, who's our newest technician, and last but certainly not least, our favorite elections observer, Ross Gallagher. How you doing, Ross?
That's great.
So before we get started, I want to be sure to thank the team. This was a really well-run election, probably one of the best ever. You know, we thought we hit a high water mark with the statewide hand recount of the Commissioner of Lands race. Some people, Kevin, from that event said it was the most fun they've ever had in their entire lives. But I think we've set a new benchmark here. I think we set a new benchmark. So great job, you guys. Thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Marie.
Okay.
Go.
So just something that we got that I found, I mean, we get a lot of previous election ballots, so that's not a big, so this one's not really being referred to for, rejection basically, but it's just, so this is a November ballot envelope. So the ballot ID was a valid ballot ID. It felt a little thick. And inside we have the August primary ballot and the presidential primary ballot. So either way, we didn't get a current election ballot, but it was in a November envelope. So just, yeah. Something different.
Always something new.
Too late. We had one. The post office was amazing to help us make sure we got ballots that if they came into their possession, they were actually hand stamping them to know, so that if they ended up going through the machine later, in the processing center later, that they were hand stamped the date that they were actually in their position. Yeah.
That was a nationwide policy change for the election too. The Shelton post office just really knocked it out.
I know, I leave that to the professional shufflers. Yeah.
Keep your eye on the ball. I'm going to see at the card table in Vegas. I know it.
That's right. Put it all on red.
Of course, the stamps are so easy to read.
Things have gotten a lot better.
So that's the.
Last little bunch.
Pretty thin stuff.
How about we do our
Yeah.
yes, that's next. Oh, Miss Beach.
Thank you.
Well, out of our mismatches, we have 185. We only got 21 of those of the ladies. So the 185, which it was like over 600. So we really worked hard and voters came through and nice job. These ones are a little different. We have these cure letters that they sent in. The signatures on the cure letters don't match what's on the envelope nor what's in our voter registration records. So take a good peek at those. And we did make additional phone calls. So we make a phone, we call them pretty much right away. And then these also, we have to put a sticker. We can put stickers.
Yeah, did you want our
But you
initials
guys
on these?
agree? I know, we had these pulled aside as we don't have cure letters. So, it's just tough when we can see.
And while Susie's rounding up the stickers, and just for everybody is level set, including those of our huge viewing audience, the signature on the cure letter must match what's on the envelope. It doesn't matter whether or not it matches what's in vote lots. The letter to the envelope. Most recent.
Final, of course, on those.
Want to give me a page?
Sure.
Oh, pen.
Oh,
What? You want a pen?
Hey, I would have brought a blue pen and got kicked out of here.
You are correct. Well, no, I would have just kept your pens.
you guys have this one?
I got to learn how to put these stickers on this.
How long that takes?
It was a couple hours, half day training. But Susie's really good.
I was the only one with the pen.
I had one. I think something that really helped our numbers is we get to actually recall like in the beginning or send an email or both. And then we do it, then again, 5 days before certification, we do it again.
Yeah, or more.
Five. And
We're not worried about that paperwork.
You guys.
you ready to get
You
to
see
work?
me in an hour.
The signatures, of course, are from the voter record, are on there.
There is a good news story that I'll share with you guys real
I'd
quickly.
love to hear it.
Sean Lotz from the library came and I gave him a tour of the elections operation. We talked about signature mismatches, right? Because a lot of the mismatches are younger voters. We never learned how to sign their name. We never learned how to create a signature.
And if you, on the topic, it shows their age.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of them are younger, 26 and under.
So Sean came up with the idea next year, he's gonna host some events to invite youth in the community, come and learn how to develop a signature. And we're gonna be there right with him to capture that signature and get it uploaded in the system so we can do a lot of this stuff.
Great example of that, right off the top.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
Yeah,
When you're being cute at DOL.
you're 18.
There's a couple of them. And I got a new terminology from a voter when I mentioned that, the signature we have on file is from her driver's license, and she called it, the Etch-a-Sketch, which is perfect. It's really hard to match up a handwritten signature to an Etch-a-Sketch.
This one from last time. I need to go visit that voter. We'll capture that tomorrow as one of
She
the.
actually kind of giggled. Yeah, that was an old one,
She apologized.
But she didn't give us
It
a
said she
signature
was-
before today. I mean, it could still come in. We have time this afternoon.
If it doesn't come in, I want to follow up with her because that's the second time her ballot's not been counted and help her fix that.
Got a good.
It's kind of hard moment to miss.
Does it have a smiley face too?
No, but it definitely is unique.
She just said she really.
Did we catch it, Kevin?
See how close of attention you guys are.
Yeah. That's odd.
Be able to, get out and try to do some voter outreach on our younger voters. And from high school with a somewhat of a signature or more printing.
To visit everybody's civics class.
They don't teach cursive in school anymore.
Nope. And it's hurting our civics process here.
Necessarily have to be cursive. It
You
just
know-
has to be consistent.
Sure. Just historically.
I've talked to two young voters and who said, we were never taught, so we were just trying to make one up. And I'm sure there's more just like that out there.
And that's reasonable. For them.
So we had a voter, that means a voter was in King County. They moved to Mason County before the deadline. And then King County sent it, once King County received it, they made some voters, so they sent us the original.
It's a group of Iowa up here.
Mike, how many viewers we have today?
Ross. We got one.
Yep, we got Ross.
How many?
We got Ross.
Oh, this is Kevin. This is why we can't sell advertising.
No, right?
It's,
Where do we
you
get?
gotta work on the ratings.
They'll watch after they get off work.
Yeah.
They won't watch live. They'll watch
Right.
I'm sure
the
they
late edition.
watch the rerun. I'm sure.
Do this right between the evening news and sports center.
That's right.
We have a sticker, please.
Did we miss one? Must have been in your file.
No, this is not.
So we have to put on there.
Well, I thought you said you learned how to do it.
All these people get contacted, right? They have an opportunity.
If we have
Hey,
contact
they heard you
information, if
can,
we have a
yeah.
phone number, email, we do phone calls.
They start the day the cured letters go out. They get phone
Yeah.
calls or, they get an email to
So
them.
we first let them know that their ballot was we received their ballot, however, and then whether it be unsigned or mismatched, and then let them know that this letter is going to be coming and how they can return it and when they need to return it by. So we do it again the week before you do this.
It was in our office today that Mackenzie called.
Mm-hmm.
See that. Singing it too.
I know, I saw that iPhone person. Our team.
Sticker.
Oh. We were busy. A lot.
Two days old.
It's like, but, yeah, and like I said, the etch a sketch signature sometimes.
my Dutchess sketch. Right, it's like done.
Sticker.
Rubbed it really good.
Lots of volunteers.
We, for running,
No problems?
Vote center.
Everything good?
Oh, everything amazing.
Both
We ended up
centers
with
did
about
Great.
45 people that volunteered to help us throughout.
Great.
Some said this election was cleaner than a Safeway chicken, but I'm not quite sure how to interpret that.
Safeway in what town?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, what kind of chickens?
Yeah. Talking rotisserie, frozen. Yeah, I don't know how to take that.
I'm taking it as a good thing.
All right.
I probably would too. I mean,
Yeah, I think that's really good.
Okay,
oh, sorry, guys.
I'm doing fine. You are doing.
I think my stack might have actually been bigger, complicated.
Figure it out.
Your temptation is
You're a gentleman.
Temptations are.
Yeah. Yeah, you're first class.
You know,
It's not a race, hurry up.
I just want to get.
He's all recently trained up and he's looking at like the lake.
That's
And
great.
the angle,
yeah.
golden nuggets. That's right.
What would Paul do? Third person.
Third member. I don't want to throw a wrench in
I don't
the
want to.
game plan though.
I don't want to disenfranchise
That's right.
any
That's
canvassing board.
I don't either. And it might spark conversation, you know, so. I'll get off my lazy kick.
That's a mystery substance.
Careful on this one.
Something on there that's some foreign
Speaking
substance.
of.
The rain out there? Anywhere, no?
Yeah.
No?
It's not supposed to rain this afternoon.
Mark, this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
See, did I pass the test?
That's the one. yeah.
Okay.
Remember that one from last time?
No.
Good guess.
Do you remember the little whale
Maybe
character?
I do remember.
We did get her.
That takes a lot of time.
Her first comment was, "Oh gosh, I was young."
Yeah.
All right.
Really, yeah, I know, I really sorry. I'll get my cured letter.
By 5 today?
Four today.
4.
So this photo, new, then when we look at the
I
signature
saw.
upside down.
Yeah.
New.
Just helping out?
You look at them upside down sometimes. It really makes a difference. When you have those angles and the spacing.
Really helpful if the attach is something. That's how you could really be helping us out.
For Thanksgiving,
Uh,
when we throw in that 5 days to get, for the cure letters, our contact with them. And then you throw in 3-day or a 4-day weekend, basically can hinder how much response we get as well, so. Canvassing board meeting before Thanksgiving. Big difference as well, I think. Before everybody goes off to the family, we
Get my file compared to theirs. I don't feel like doing double duty over here.
It's a big file.
It's coming your way.
Yeah.
just stare at it. So it's these file.
Steve, this spot here. They both have looked at it. Mhm.
just know what I want to do.
Okay. Just looking at it with different eyes now.
Just actually.
Yeah, for sure.
It's on online here, you can see all of or DOL.
That's. Keeper, got a keeper.
Oh.
Another keeper. That's the thing, isn't it?
Mhm.
What do we win, Steve?
Another stack of
Yeah.
signatures.
Record and signature on the envelope, and printed on the envelope, but a signature record. Just that consistency.
Youth outreach, what to do?
School outreach.
School outreach. Final call.
Looking at them. Yeah, I do. You're pretty clear of that one.
Love up for that one.
Was 36,616 as of Friday morning. But
We did a bunch more Friday. So we're hoping a lot more coming today again.
who's the keeper?
How does that number compare to 2020?
2020, I think, we looked at the numbers. We're higher.
Oh, are we? Looks
I
like
think
it
we're
was,
higher.
I thought it was like 84, 85%.
But we have more registered voters too, so the percentage overall is a little less.
But raw vote higher.
Keeper. Right. Ross, any comments or any questions from you or?
Well, what's it start out with for total?
269, 185. They're all unsigned.
Save the easy part for last.
Yeah, we burned it.
Almost done.
Hallmark.
Marie, can you explain this, the one that has two with their eye?
So they have to make a mark.
Okay, so there's stuff.
They cut it out.
Yeah.
If they would have put any mark there,
Anything.
we counted it.
Mark. Nothing there. We got the ballot, but no declaration page. Some letters, email, everything we possibly
Yeah.
can,
So this one, they signed the envelope, right?
but
They
it
didn't
has to
sign
be
it.
on the oath.
They cannot
We
sign the
have to
declaration.
have the oath. Send them a letter. And this was in military. Emailed them.
Just no mark. I tried hard with a fresh set of eyes looking for a mark.
These ones are a little different with the, voter registration, people coming in local and other counties, different things like that, where they may application or may not have got most of them are applications, but we don't have a signature in their file. They have their signature too. Every one that was electronic, we've tried to get, like DOL, the state ticket from DOL, which we got. But a lot of these were just in person at offices. And unfortunately, they didn't. We're not giving up on them, but we can't count their signatures. We're aware of those. Look at, because we don't have a signature in your voter record, checking, call them. So we still have a little more time on that too. These two here, this particular one, this came in. And it had Kristen's name, so we had it as an other voter, because it's signed by Robert. And then I just thought it was a little odd, see the color in there. That is not something that is normally in our ballot packets. So Susie and I opened it up. Sweepstakes. Train.
Think of the big check.
On a ballot or anything indicating a vote.
Do we know
Is
who it was?
that a statement?
You have to get it there first.
Don't know. It just kind of caught our eye. The color of what was inside.
Mess.
What was inside. And then, you know, and no,
Yeah, sure did, signed it, oath, everything.
well, he signed on her envelope, but his envelope, his ballot was actually received and accepted.
Good boy.
Man,
This one,
vote didn't count and they didn't get their money.
Double whammy.
Double whammy. Waiting for the big check to show.
considered it an empty envelope, but a different voter, so it's kind of a combination. These are some that obviously their signatures were a little, you know, we could have, you know, done, this one had at least one witness signature, and we have an X that doesn't have any witness signatures.
Yeah.
And these signatures here they don't match what we have in records. And we sent letters and sent them, of course, to everybody else. These are other than voter. This one, we were totally not able to. So a lot of times when in your other than voters, you're gonna have another household member. This particular one doesn't have another household member. So, meaning clearly, and we can print, this is the other household member. I couldn't put it close enough to say that this was that household member. I didn't feel like it was. Because if it is, I mean, this person could get the voter credit. I felt it wasn't close enough of a match to say, oh, that's definitely a different, that household member's ballot or vote.
I wouldn't match that signature.
Yeah. It's the only other household member. Clearly not her signature.
Right. That's strange.
Yeah. Yes. This one, kind of, it's clearly, so we have, this is his ballot. And we have his signature here and her signature there. So that would be a case of her signing his name.
Follow up on that one.
And the more example, his signature. So, a couple of those. This is kind of the same. So we have a J there. His signature would be this one. That would be the other two household members. So
You see it okay? Mm-hmm.
this would be hers. They both have J's in their first name. Clearly not.
So you got copies of all that for me to go visit the folks or contact?
So put them right up.
Thank you.
This is kind of the one. We have 3. At least. So this is his signature, sorry. And then this is a household member.
It's not as clear.
No, that one was a
It's down
little
to-
bit more. But I don't know. Might just take a conversation just to ask maybe.
Yeah, like toward a lot of our
This one was the voter contacted us after, so we have this as the signature didn't match. And then we sent him a letter to get his signature, and this is the response that we got, and you can clearly see that signature is nothing like that signature. This one matches what we have in his record.
That's the guy that I went out and saw, right? So this has actually been referred to. You guys know, but I know that Sheriff Spurling wanted it.
So we were able to get him a replacement ballot, so we could actually count, because he wanted to vote, he wanted his vote to count. So we got him a replacement ballot, so his vote can count. But that was not his signature on it.
Have the lovely, just deposit a ballot. This one was a little challenging because it came from, and I believe it was probably just put in one of Clark County's boxes. With no declaration or printed name of anybody to connect that to. This is the same way. We received this envelope. No declaration, no voter information inside at all. Strictly, my ballot is what it is. Nothing telling us other than the precinct signature, no name, no way to say what voter this belongs to. These two were, and then we have just ballot envelope, a sleeve, and just a ballot. We have no way to determine who those belong to. Then we had, I know that in the past, we were asked to maintain a little tally marks of X of people who signed with an X. It seemed alarming when I looked at the number of 78 from our two signature verifiers, the main signature verifiers, and thought that was kind of alarming. So I asked a few, like, were these just, and they said that actually that there were only probably there were about 22 that were actually just X's with the witnesses. And the rest of them, the majority of them, they were kind of paying attention, were actually young voters. They had signed. Some of them were post elderly, and I know that I personally, out in the lobby and around, have witnessed, 3 myself, because they had brought, come in and just wanted the second person witness versus the signature.
So just 22 X's,
That's, yes.
not bad for
pretty good.
36,000.
Yeah, but 78 seemed like a high number,
rest
so I had to ask
were
more questions, yeah. A lot of them were either elderly or younger that had witnesses. And I don't know if it fell into where they signed and then the witnesses, but didn't really read it,
Yeah.
so.
Good.
That sums it up.
That's it?
Before I forget, we had over 200 voters up in Belfair
Oh,
this
that's great.
election. So thank you again
Yeah.
for your support with the
Great use of the space.
Belfair Vote Center. So it
That
just
was
keeps
a
growing.
It was a
Mhm.
huge success.
Is that at the precinct?
Yeah. It's really good. How many days were you open there?
It was from the 28th through the 5th.
Okay. So,
Including
It's
Saturday.
about 30.
the second.
yeah,
About 30 people.
that's really good.
That saves a lot of time
Yeah.
for people.
So we did Monday through Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
And the transit bus brought people.
Yep, Susie worked with Basis Transit.
It's even better.
That was way cool.
Yeah.
So we had some really nice innovations for this election. You
Yeah.
guys did a great job.
Yeah.
They put flyers on their buses,
Yeah.
you know, that to ensure,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
for voter
No kidding.
services.
Good for them.
Their, you know, availability.
Harder.
Assist
Hard,
and-
man.
Sure are.
It'd be nice if you wouldn't mind maybe just sending a letter to Amy.
Yeah.
Thanking her for that and
Absolutely.
for the next board meeting, I think that would go. a long way. I think
Well, that's
the
a
board-
great
I
idea.
think the board should do,
No, I'll do
Yeah.
that, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
because that's a cool partnership.
Yeah.
Great job on that.
Stuff in the bus, they're gonna let flyers and stuff.
Great. So, once again, thank you guys for a great, wonderful election. And Commissioner Schutte, any other comments, questions?
No, look forward to coming back tomorrow, finishing up.
Chief Deputy Prosecutor Tim?
Certified tomorrow.
Right.
Thank you very much.
With that, I'm going to sign it. Then I think I should, for purposes of formality, entertain
Motion to adjourn this meeting of the canvassing board and re-adjourn
a
tomorrow.
re-adjourn tomorrow.
2:00, same place.
Same place.
You be here, Ross? We'll save you seat.
It's got all lined up.
Well done.
Yeah. I think it worked.
Dan,
Oh.
nice job.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.